to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cause. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long that it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. And if your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
My true love's here.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cause. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long that it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite. Crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. And if your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of an Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of an Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love, they reflection. No matter what the complexion, we got a common connection. A part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of an Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Shalom, shalom Israel, shalom Richmond. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbarakatah to all the Akim. Yahweh Shema Alathon by Shem Yahweh Shah. To all the Akwathian. What's going on with my camera? All right, if everybody can see me, all right, and hear me, all right, let me get a 1 in the chat. See what we got. All right, I got ones coming in. All right, I got my brother in crime in here, my brother in the truth in here. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbarakatah, Officer Matazah Korah. And Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alathon by Shem Yahweh Shah. Akwati and Ra'aya in the building. All right, I'm Salakia. I'm running behind, fresh off the road. But we're going to go ahead and get it on. I see the ones coming in, so the water for that. We're going to go from there. All right, so we're already a little bit behind, so we're just going to jump straight into it. We're going to start off with our alphabet for the night. Of course, I don't got none of my notes, none of that stuff ready, so we're going to be some real life OJT. As we go, we're going to be getting them up on the screen, so hopefully everybody's doing all right. Everybody doing too wild. I don't know what's going on in my camera. It don't like half my head look like. I think we're going to be okay. I think we should be too wild. All right. So again, clap it up. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street under Commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, we have been teaching the truth of the Bible, that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are God's chosen people. And this is tonight's Lashawan Qadash class, the Lashawan Qadash class. This is where we come in. Lashawan Qadash means the holy tongue. Qadash meaning holy or separate. Lashawan meaning tongue or language. This is the holy, the Lashawan Qadash, the holy tongue. This is where we learn our original language. One thing we don't never really think about or ask ourselves. They teach us here, in Babylon and in America, your history starts when you get off that slave ship. So a lot of us, we don't realize that we had a language before we got here. We had a heritage, we had a culture before we got over here, and it was the Hebrew. It wasn't no African mess. It wasn't no Egyptology mess. Even our northern tribe brothers and sisters, our Hispanic and Latino brothers and sisters, even though they speak Spanish, and it's a beautiful thing, it's a slave tongue as well, just like the English is for us. They learned that from the conquistadors. So again, this is where we come back to learn our original language. So the first thing we're going to start with is the alphabet. Let's go ahead and get the alphabet up. Where it's at, where it's at. And again, like I said, hopefully everybody is doing Tawab tonight. See what we look like. Okay, we're looking good. That'll work. That'll work. Nope, I don't like how that looks. That's better. All right, I think that's better. I don't know if that's the one I used last time, but I think that's a little bit better than what we were looking for. Nope, I like that one. I had it. Okay, best. So we're gonna keep it like this. Yeah, we'll keep it like this. This will work. All right. So again, this is we're gonna start with our alphabet. First letter being Ah. First letter being Ah. Ah, you have Ah in the ancient on your left, and then you have Ah on your right in the Assyrian, pronounced Ah, and that Ah stands for Alap or cow. If you kind of look at the ancient, you can kind of see the head of the cattle there. All right, so R standing for Alap or cow. All right, we're going to move it on and go to the next one. Next one's going to be Ba or Bayaf. Bayaf standing for tent. It's going to stand for tent. Bayaf standing for tent. You got Ba in your left in the ancient, and then you got Ba on your right in the Assyrian. It's a little bit better. All right. Next one is going to be Ga. Ga. You got Ga in your left in the ancient. And then you got Ga on your right in the Assyrian. And Ga stands for Gamal or camel in the English. Gamal or camel in the English. All right. Then after that, we got Da. Da. You also see that Da in the shield. This is the Magan Dawada. See if y'all can see that on the screen. The Magan Dawada. The shield of David. It's not a star. Star is a ball of gas. The sun is a star. So when you see that character Da, that letter Da, you have one a right side up, the other one upside down. That's going to be a Da, Wada. That's going to be the shield of David, but Da standing for Dalaf or door. If you had a tent, that would be like the door of that tent, the door of that house. So Da for Dalaf. Now your Da on your right is in the Assyrian. Again, that Da on the right can also look like some of the other Assyrian characters. It can look like the Ra. It also can look like the Ka at the end of a word. So it's very important to pay attention to that one. All right. You also have Ha. You have Ha in your left in the ancient, and then Ha on your right in the Assyrian. And that Ha stands for Hana or behold. Hana or behold. All right. All right, make sure I got no questions. All right, they're going to stand for Ha or behold. Again, that Ha also in the Assyrian can look like some of your other Assyrian characters. That Ha can look like it can look like the Tha. It also can look like your Ka. The big difference is it's not going to be connected right here for that Ka. It's a little bit more defined on your. You gotta look more of a curve on that Tha. When you see that when we get to that character, but that's another one that can kind of throw you off a little bit. It can kind of look like some of the other Assyrian characters. All right. Next up is going to be Wa.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Looks like an issue with the router and
next up is going to be Wa. Wa standing for Wa or fish hook. And let me get rid of Siri over here. All right. AI is taking over. All right, so you got Wa for you got Wa your left in the ancient, then you got Wa on your right in the Assyrian. This is another one that I kind of forgot with that Da. It's like a little smaller version of that Da in the Assyrian, so it can kind of look like that character as well. So again, you have Wa on your left in the ancient, and Wa on your right in the Assyrian. And Wa stands for fish hook. If you can kind of visualize that, that's kind of like your fish hook that you will see on your left right there. All right. I'm Yahweh Shema Lathan Bashem Yahweh Shah, Sister Nazama 9 in the building. How you doing tonight? Like I told everybody else, I like it for me being a little late. Traffic was rough, but we in here. All right, next letter up is going to be Za. Za, you got Za on your left in the ancient, and you have Za on your right in the Assyrian. And Za stands for Zion. Zion. And Zion is weapon. Now we know from our possessive adjectives that ha, the word ha, when you put ha in the front of a word, it means the, right? The ha means the. I'm sorry, from our prepositions. I'm sorry, you put that in the front. That prepositions, you put that in the front, it means the. So our general Hazayan is the weapon. That's how I always kind of remember Zion. All right. Next up, we got Kamawa. Kamawa. The character is Ka. Ka. It's gonna sound kind of like you're scratching your throat a little bit when you're saying it. Ka. Ka. You got Ka on your left in the ancient, and you have Ka on your right in the Assyrian. And it stands for Kawama and Kawama'a. I'm sorry, Salakia. Kawama'a means fence, and you can definitely kind of see that fence in the character on the left hand side. Again, and on the Assyrian, that Ka looks very similar to the Ha. Also looks very similar to the Tha in the Assyrian. So again, that Assyrian just takes a little bit more practice. It's a little bit easier to pronounce things out in the ancient, but the other nations, Esau and so forth, they got to make it a little difficult on us. Got to make it a little difficult on us so that Assyrian takes a little bit more practice, to get used to. All right. Next up is going to be Ta. Ta. You have Ta on your left in the ancient, and then you have Ta on the right in the Assyrian. The only character it kind of looks like is that Pa, but it's definitely different. But you have Ta on your left in the ancient, and then Ta on the right in the Assyrian, and Ta stands for Tana. Tana, or basket. Tana, or basket. All right. All right. Next up is going to be Yad, or Yah on your left in the ancient, and then Yah on your right in the Assyrian. Yah, you're going to see that Yah a lot in the beginning of a lot of the different sentences. Yah stands for Yad, or hand. You'll see that one a lot. You'll see that Yah, and you also see that Wa a lot. That Yah and that Wa, you'll both see both of those a lot. That Yah and that Wa, Yah meaning he, Wa meaning and. The way that you can kind of tell those are different. The difference between those two in the Assyrian, that Yah is going to be a lot shorter, almost kind of like an apostrophe, and that Wa is going to be a lot longer. It's going to be a lot longer than that Yah. That's how you can kind of tell those two apart. All right. Next up is going to be Ka. Ka. You got Ka on your left in the ancient, and you have Ka on your right in the Assyrian. And when you notice on that one on the right in the Assyrian, when you get to the end of a word, the very end of a word, that Ka at the end of the word is going to look very similar to that Da that we first went over. In the Assyrian, it's going to look very similar to the Ra in the Assyrian. And it can also look like that Y. Difference being it's going to be more, it's going to be straight, it's going to be perpendicular at the back of it, almost like a backwards 7 or so forth. But that Ka at the end of a word, is what you're going to see right there at the bottom. And Ka stands for cop or palm. All right. Next up is going to be La. You can definitely tell where they got that L from in the English or Latin. But La, you have La on your left in the ancient. You have La on your right in the Assyrian. And La stands for Lamad or learn. La stands for Lamad or learn. All right. So La stands for Lama or learn. All right. Next is going to be Ma. We have Ma. Ma is another one just like that. Ka, when it gets to the end of the word, it's going to change. It's going to be a little different if it's the last letter in that Assyrian at the end. You have Ma on your left in the ancient. Then you have Ma on your right. The one at the top is going to be what you will see if it's at the middle of a word or the beginning of a word. And the one on the bottom that's closed, that's what you will see at the end of a word. And that's going to be Ma. Ma. And Ma stands for Mayam. Ma stands for Mayam or water. Mayam or water. All right. Next up is going to be Nawan or Na. That Na, you have that Na on your left in the ancient. And then you have your Na on the right in the Assyrian. And this is the one I hadn't been saying as far as that Da and that Ra and that Ka. That Na is right up in there with it as well when it gets to the end of a word. Now it's going to be a little bit shorter on the top. It won't be as long on the top. And it's going to be longer on the bottom when it gets to that Na, how you can kind of tell the difference between them. But it does look very similar to that Ka. Looks very similar to that Ra. Looks very similar to that Da. And even one at the top, not even the non-Assyrian at the top, can kind of throw you a little loop for the Ka almost, but it's a lot shorter. It's a lot shorter than the Ka as well. So you have Na on your left in the ancient, and you have Na on your right in the Assyrian, and Na stands for Nawan or sprout. Nawan or sprout. All right. Next up is you're going to have Sa. Sa. You have Sa on your left in the ancient, and you have Sa on your right in the Assyrian. And that Sa stands for Samak or establish. The character is kind of like a flag when you plant that flag to establish something. So that's Sa. You have Sa on your left in the ancient, then Sa on your right in the Assyrian. And it stands for Samak or establish. All right. Next up is going to be I. You have I in your left in the ancient, and you have I on your right in the Assyrian. That I stands for Ayan or I. If you kind of look at the one on the left, it kind of looks almost like an eye socket, the circle, the circle shape or oval shape of an eye. So I stands for Ayan. All right. Next up is going to be Pa. Pa is another one. It has two characters in the Assyrian, one for in the middle of a word or beginning of a word, also one for the end of a word. You have Pa on your left in the ancient, then you have Pa on your right in the Assyrian. That word Pa stands for mouth. It stands for mouth. Now it is a little unique. And kind of what it looks like, almost kind of looks like an open-ended backwards P, which makes it a little bit easier for you to kind of identify that one. This is one of the characters that I would get confused with the Ta a lot of times when I was first started studying the Hebrew. But you can see it's a different orientation. The opening is on a different side. And again, the way that I kind of remember is like a backwards P, one being straight at the bottom and one being curved at the bottom. So this is your pa in the Assyrian and in the ancient. All right. Next up is going to be Tazah. Tazah on your left in the ancient. Then you have Tazah on your right in the Assyrian. Again, this is another one that when it gets to the end of a word, it's going to change. It's going to be different. The one on the bottom is going to be what it looks like at the end of a word. The one on the top is going to be if it's at the beginning of the word or the middle of a word. And Tazah stands for side. Tazah stands for side. All right. Next one up is going to be Qua. Qua. You have Qua on your left in the ancient. And then you have Qua on your right in the Assyrian. That letter or that character Qua stands for quam or rise. Quam or rise. Quam stands for quam or rise. When we say quam Yashra'Allah, we're saying rise Israel, rise Israel. All right. Next up is going to be Ra. Ra's you have Ra on your left in the ancient. You have Ra on your right in the Assyrian. Again, Ra is another one of those characters. Can look just like Da. It's more curved on that backside as opposed to the Da. It's a lot longer as opposed to the Ka at the end of a word. And it's definitely a lot longer at the top than that Na. I think Na is longer on the back, but on the top is longer on this Ra. So Ra is a little bit easier to identify, I think, than some of the other ones, but it does look similar to that Da, to that La, to that Ka, to that Na. So again, just takes a little getting used to. Ra stands for Ra'ash or head. Ra'ash or head. All right. So like in the scriptures, when it said Christ is the Ra'ash of man, and the Most High is the Ra'ash of Christ, and the man is the Ra'ash of the woman. All right. Next up is going to be Shah. Shah. You have Shah on your left in the ancient. Then you have Shah on your right in the Assyrian. Now that Shah in the Assyrian can look very similar to that I in the Assyrian. The way I kind of remember that, it means Shan or a tooth. And if you were to turn it upside down, you can almost picture it being maybe some jagged teeth, but you see where I'm getting at. But yeah, so Shan, which means tooth. All right. All right. Then the last one is going to be Tha. Tha. You have Tha on your left in the ancient. Then you have Tha on your right in the Assyrian. And that Tha stands for Tha or mark. And I always remember this one. Because I remember my granny saying she used to sign with a mark, and they would just sign that X. Even some of the older movies you see with the slaves and that they're signing stuff. They would sign with that mark. Or Tha. For Tha, it stands for mark. And that is the end of our alphabet. All right, I'm going to close that one up. Let's stop sharing that. Oh, okay, we got a couple more people in Salakia. I didn't, I was blocking my own screen so I couldn't see everybody in there. Oh, yeah, okay, well, Sister Nazama said it was storming while I was driving too. So I had to drive through that crazy rain as well. So I'm glad you made it there safely, Aqua. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Sister Na in the building. And also Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Brakatah, the young man John Rand in the building as well. So yeah, good. I'm glad to see y'all made it in safe. I think it's a little winter storm getting ready to come through. Hit that East Coast, if I'm not mistaken. But so next we're gonna pull up. Next, we're gonna pull up our prepositions real quick. We're gonna go over those, and then we're gonna put a couple of words together and see if we're working with. Check everybody's memory. See if we remember some of this stuff Officer Matazan, Officer Urashi might have done told us. All right. So let's go ahead and share that next. All right, we'll do our prepositions first. All right, so some of the same characters that we went over, some of those characters have a dual meaning when you see those in the beginning, in the front of a word, like la, that character la. La also means two or four. Same thing with ka. When you see ka in the beginning, that also means like or as. When you see sha in the beginning, that sha can mean who, which, cause, or shake, or whom, and so forth. When you see that ma, when you see ma at the front of a word, ma meaning from. Ma means from. All right. And if you see the ya, if you see that ya in the front of a word, ya can mean he. All right. And when you see ba in the front, ba has another meaning. When you see ba in the front, that's in. Just like da is to do or do. Wa meaning and. Wa is and the is ha is the. So for example, when you see Ba Hashem, that's in the name. So we say Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, what we're saying is in the name of Yahweh Shai, of Christ. So again, when you see those at the beginning of a word, those prepositions take on a different meaning. All right. And now you also have, let's stop that one. You're trying to make up for time. I think we getting there. You also have possessive pronouns. Now your possessive pronouns will be at the end of a word, Let's pull that up. All right, so your possessive pronouns will be at the end of a word. So if you see that ya, at the end of a word, that ya is going to stand for my. So let's use that. Let's get an example of that one. So what's a good word we can use? Let's see if we can grab something new that we haven't used yet or haven't learned yet. That's a different one. Okay, let's do that. I don't think we went over that word before. Who knows how to say radio? If you know how to say radio in the Hebrew, who knows how to say radio in the Hebrew? I don't think we've been over radio before. That's a different one. I don't remember going over it. Who remembers us going over radio? Okay, that makes sense too. I think. Okay, I can almost break that one down. All right, so the word for radio is Shemitha. Shemitha. I'm gonna write that in the chat just so everybody can see it. Shemitha, and that means this stands for radio. All right. All right, so Shemitha stands for radio. Let me get my blackboard up real quick. Hold on. So if I was going to say my radio, how would I say my radio? Who knows how I would say my radio? Who knows how I would say my radio? So if you can type it in English, type in English, how will we say my radio? All right, so if radio is Shemitha, that's radio, how would we say my radio? Let me get my blackboard up so I can show you the connectors on it. Bear with me. All right, so I got a Shemitha by Shema. That they probably just threw that by Shem in there quick on your autocorrect. I'm thinking, but how would we say Shemitha by? Who else? Who else want to give it a shot? How would we say my radio? How would we say my radio? If you can type it in the English. So let me get that board. All right. I like that, Sister Nizama. I like that. Anybody else? Anybody else want to give it a shot? All right, that's what I want. Perfect. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Why are they bringing up this keyboard? That's not what I wanted. Shemitha. That is correct. With that ya at the end, it indicates that it's my radio. My radio. Okay, here we go. That's what I wanted. All right. So that is correct. And to put it together, that Shemai will go together. Actually, no, the Shah. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Salakia. The way that it would actually kind of go together with the connectors, I'm trying to see a good way to show it to you. So let's stop sharing this one and let's share this one. The tricky part about the Hebrew is learning where to kind of put stuff together, when to blend the words together. So that word right there, Shemitha, we're going to put it up on the blackboard. That way we can see what the connector is going to look like. All right, so I'm starting here. So that word is going to be Shah. Actually, you know what? Take that back. I'm gonna write it in the Hebrew because the Hebrew actually makes it easier for you to actually to pronounce it. I find that the Hebrew is the easiest way to pronounce it. Actually, where's my eraser? Oh no. So yeah, we'll do it that way. In the Hebrew, I think it'll make it look. It makes a little bit more sense. I think in the Hebrew. So that word, Shemitha. Shemitha is going to be that's going to be radio in the Hebrew. All right. So in the ancient actually makes it easier for you to pronounce it, I think. So that'll be our Shah. Ma, I, the, then ha. And we don't switch colors so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so when you write it in the ancient, your sh will stand by itself. Then your ma and your I will go together. Your th will stand by itself. And I'm just going to do a little line to make it easier. And then your ba and your ha will go together. So when we pronounce it, it will be shamai, shamai, the ba, shamai, the ba, shamai, the ba. All right. And now with the ya on the end of it, so Shema Thabaya. That's how we would say my radio. My radio. Now, what about your radio? How would I say your radio? Who knows how I would say your radio? And I'll bring up the cheat sheet so y'all can see it. All right. How would I say your radio? And we all kind of got the cheat sheet there, so it should make it a little bit easier to see what's going on. So if Shamatha Baya is my radio, how would I say this is your radio? Who knows? Who can tell me? Who can type it in the okay, I got some. Okay, all right. There we go. There we go. All right. Thashara. Thashara says Shalom Most High in Christ. Never seen Thashara in there, so I don't know if it's a sister or a brother. So I'm gonna say Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbarakatah, but if I'm wrong, most of definitely let me know. Let me know, and we'll fix that. But it's good to have you in here. All right, so what we got? We got Sister Nazama Nah says Shamatha Baka. Okay, I got you. And that's correct. Now that ma would be my, that would be my, so it'd be Shemai Thabaka. Sister Raya said, okay, I'm sorry. So Salakia, sister. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shema Thamba Shem Yahweh Shai to Sister Thashara. All right. Sister Raya said Shamar Ha Baka. All right. So again, it's gonna be when you let's pull it back up again. Because it could be my right, but let's make sure it's not my right. All right, so you got your sh, your ma, and then your I. You got your I. So it's not gonna be there you go. It's not gonna be mar. So it'll be sh, my, fa, ba, and then it'll be ka on the end instead of that, instead of your ya. So I think Sister Anah is right on it. She says Shema Thabaka. There you go. So and then again, that sh and that ma will go together. So it'll be Shema. You right. Thabaka. And you to Aqua. I already know how that autocorrect be acting. It is now you can actually download and hopefully we get to the point where depending on if you're on your telephone or if you're on your keyboard, you can actually download a Hebrew keyboard. Sometimes I play around with it, sending different messages or whatever, just to try to get used to it. It's real good for that Assyrian, because it kind of forces you to decipher it. So it actually works pretty good. So you can always download that on your phone as well. But I definitely understand. So yeah, so that would be there you go. I was Mataz Zachariah right on it. And again, you can see it makes it a little bit. I like it because again, it helps, especially when you get to those end characters, those ones that kind of look the same. It's really, really good practice. So Officer Matazar Karaz on it, and you will see that's Shemai Salakia, Shemai Thabah Ka, and that would be your radio. All right. So Sarai says my phone and letters too tiny. Look, I know I understand. Trust me, I understand. And then these new phones try to do everything for you instead anyway. Officer Matazar Akra said you think that's an Assyrian. I think that's correct, Officer Matazar. But the end letters still give me sometimes. So exactly. That's why again with the keyboard, I like it because again, you can definitely because they look the same until you start to use them and actually kind of practice with them. They do look the same. So with that keyboard, you can do a little bit of practice. Can do a little bit of practice with it. So that's exactly. So that's correct. That's how you would say your radio. That would be Shemai Thabaka. That's how you would say your radio. What if it's Aqua Nazam Anaj? She talking to her young men, and it's their radio. How would she say their radio? My rib says she's still learning and practicing. That's the only way to get it. That's the only way to get it. It's to learn. It is the learning and practice. And again, that's what we in here for. It's not something that's intuitive as everything else we do. Like some of the scriptures is intuitive. Learning what love is and stuff. That's a little bit easier to kind of hold on to because it's easier to apply it to your daily life. But the Hebrew is a little different. The Hebrew is definitely a little different. So you just keep practicing, and that's how we're gonna get there. That's how we're gonna get there. All right. So I asked Sister Nazama Nav if she was talking to the boys, to her young men, and saying that it was their radio. How would you say that that's their radio? Who knows how would you say that's their radio? So she put Shemai Sabawa. Who else? Somebody else. Give me some more. And I'm gonna put up the cheat sheet on it just so we can all see it. Let's bring the cheat sheet back up. All right, so now we skipped a little bit out. We skipped them. So if it was his radio, it would be Y. If it's her radio, it would be a ha on the end of it. If it's our radio, if we were saying it was our radio, we would say Nawa. And this is going from left to right. So we'll say Nawa, like you'll see it here. Now, if it's their radio, if we're talking about both them young men, and we're saying that it's their radio, if it's there in the masculine, it's going to be ma. And if it's there in the feminine, it's going to be na. So if we're saying that's there, if that's both young man Jarion, young man Jaran, if it's both their radio, if they're sharing that radio and it's theirs, how will we say that is their radio? And remember, your possessive pronouns are going to go at the end of the word. So how will we say that that's their radio? And we're talking about both of them. Who else? And the only way you're learning is by jumping out there and trying and practicing and throwing up in there, because that's when it starts to make sense. It makes sense once you type it in there, even with the autocorrect and all that, because then you know what the autocorrect did wrong. So that's when it makes sense, when you're kind of jumping out there on a limb and testing your theories out, seeing if you got the right ones or not. So how would we say that if Shema Sabah is radio, how would we say that that's their radio? That's young man John Rand and that's young man Jarion. That's both of their radios. How would we say that's their radio? Who else want to give it a shot? Who else want to give it a shot? All right, so now for time's sake, I'm gonna jump on up in there. And so if you look right here, Okay, hold on. Sister Raya said Shema Sabah Wa. Okay, she said Wa also. Okay. Anybody else? Got my rib in there. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Sister Raya, I got you. Anybody else? All right, Officer Matazah Karas said, what we got? We got Shema. Okay, now here's a little, he got Shema Sabah Ma. Shema Sabah Ma. He got Shabbat Sabah Ma in there. Anybody else? Who else? Who else want to give it a shot? And actually, while y'all doing that, let me check something real quick. I'm going to see if maybe that might be easier to read. I don't like all the characters on that app we got on the that we use, the one for the ancient. Sometimes the characters can look a little crazy, so I don't be sure about that one. Hold on. Oh, sometimes I'll switch it up on him. What do you got? He got oh, you know what, Salaki, you are absolutely correct. I didn't even see that Officer Mataz Akra. I didn't see that I that was missing there, but here we go. Shemai Sabah. Well, actually, you got Shemai Batham. Is that right? Yeah, I think you got one on mixed up in there. Now, what we got? It's all good. It's all good. Young man John Wren said Shema Thabawa. Okay. All right. So for time's sake, what it would be is if you notice on your, let me go back to it on my screen so I can see it. There you go. It's not so much because it's male. Akwaf Raya, because actually that's what Sister Nazama not put in there. And that's actually what you have put in there also. Both of y'all have put, well, he put the ma in there because it is male, but it's plural. If that makes sense. So because it's plural, and it's theirs, that's why he put the ma in there. And y'all have put the Y in there, and that would work good if it was just one of them, because that would mean that it was his radio. But because it's both of them, we put there, making it plural, then making it male plural. That's why we put the ma in there. All right. So that's good. So now, let's say it was the sisters. It's the Aqua. It's Aquathium. It's the sisters radio. How we say it's their radio? If it's the sisters, how we say it's the sisters radio? All right. Oh, no doubt. Y'all doing great. So how we say sisters radio, plural in the feminine tense? How we put that in there? All right. So how would we say that with if it's the sisters radio? All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so Akwaf Nazama Na said Shema Sabah Na. There we go. Yep. Give her a hand. Give sister a na hand. Perfect. So again, if it's the way to add that possessive pronoun is going to be at the end. It's going to be at the end of it, and that's going to all be based on, you know what I'm saying, your audience or the actual subject. So again, if it's the sisters, it'll be plural. It's going to be there. It'll be Shema Sabah Na. All right, damn right, Aquaf. Damn right. You right on it. All right. So what else we got? All right, so I got one then. Now, with those, what if we were trying to say, where's the radio? What if we were trying to say, where is the radio? Who knows how we would say that? Let me see. We're gonna throw a little wrench in there. I don't know if we went over that word where yet. So who knows how we say where? If I'm asking like where is something, that who knows how we say the word where? Let me make sure I got the right one before I found myself adding something. Okay. All right. So yeah, who knows how we would say, okay, we don't have that in the notes yet. Okay, cool. That'll work. All right. So what I'm gonna do is let's end this one. Let's stop this screen here. And let's present. Let's go to, we'll do this one first. Nah, we'll do this one first. All right. So the word where is ayah. So the word where is ayah. All right. So okay. So if we were saying where is her radio, there's no word I don't think for is. So we would say where her radio. Kind of the same way how we speak in slang now. So the word where is going to be. Look, y'all started this last week. Y'all, this is y'all fault. Y'all started last week. Everybody was advanced last week. Had me going through my notes and everything else. So we got to step it up a little bit. Salakia. Now, but this is gonna be an easy one. This is an easy one. So the word where is gonna be ayah. And let's go ahead and get that up on the screen real quick. It should be this one and this one. Does that show okay up there? If it would let me type regular language right now, that'd be perfect. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Where her radio just and like Officer Murtaza Akara said, that's the same way that we speak today. That's the exact same way that we speak today. So the word ayah is where. Right. So ayah being where. Actually, I guess I should have wrote radio first. Right. Let me see. Yeah, I should have wrote radio first because we're gonna go from left to right. So let me back up out of that. So first we'll do her radio first, then we'll type in where, because again, everything is gonna be from left to right. So her radio, we know that her radio would be Shema Thabah Ha. Right? So we'll do that first. First we'll do her radio, and then we'll put the where on it, and it'll be where's her radio. So that word, we're gonna do it together. It'll be Shah. Where you at? Shama, then I, then Tha, hey, that's not Tha, that's Ta. Hold on. Now I see what you were saying too. Also Mataza Karaka, it throws you off a little bit on that Tha, but we got it though. So Shema, Tha, then Ba. Somewhere around here. Where you at? No, I should have put it right there. Oh, my bad. Nah. Shema Thabah, nah. What we got in these comment section over here? Since Nizam and I own one again, I said that's all right though. That's all right. That's all right. No doubt. Again, a Salakia for starting a little bit late. So we got to get something in there. Got to make sure we walk away with something at the end of the class. We started a little late. So all right. So now this will be our word for radio. Shemai, Tha, Ba. And then if we're gonna say her radio, we're going to add that ha at the end. So it'll be Shamata Ba'a. Shamata Ba'a. Or Shamata Ba'a. We like it all on top. So this would be Shamata Ba'a. This would be her radio. Hold on. Thought the ba comes before the tha. No, the tha comes before the ba. It's actually. So this is radio here. All right, so this radio there, Shema Sabah, Shema Sabah. And then with the making it her radio, we will put ha on the end of it. So did I type that in there right? You know what? Yeah, Shema. Yep. Okay. So it'll be Shema Sabah. We've been doing it right the whole time, right? Let's make sure. Correct. All right. So Shema Sabah, and then we would add ha on the end to make it so this is her radio. Now, if I was going to say where's her radio, again, that's going to be ayah. Ayah is going to be where, and that would be no doubt off some Tazakwa, no doubt. Nope, don't want it there. Hold on. That would be why I keep putting it right there? You damn it, too. Okay, I see how you want to act. All right, so now we're gonna start all over again, nigga. This acting crazy. Yeah, I want to had it right the first time. All right, so we're gonna start over again with this one. So where would be ayah? Yeah, space. Then it's gonna be Shema Sabah Ha for her radio. Now, as I write it in here, y'all write it in the English in the chat. Everybody else write it in the English in the chat. So we make sure everybody's on the same page. Ayah Shema Sabah Ha. There we go. All right, so Shema Sabah. And then Ha. There we go. All right, so if we were saying, where's her radio? It would be Shema Sabah Ha. This would be her, where's her radio? Ayah Shema Sabah Ha. That would be where's her radio. Okay. Now, what about if we were saying, where is his radio? What would change about it if I was saying, where is his radio? You got it, sister. You got it, Aqua. You got it. And the only thing that we've added or did different, we just added that ayah. Added that ayah on there, asking where. So slowly but surely, we gonna be making some real live sentences around here, surely but surely. So again, that ayah just means where. So ayah Shema Sabaha. All right. And if we were saying where's his radio, if we were saying where's his radio, what would change? What would change in this if we were saying where's his radio? All right, that's what I'm talking about. Akwaf Nizam Anas said the ha changes to a y, and that's absolutely correct. So instead of this ha back here, that ha would change to y. Where's the y? And now that's another if y'all can see on my screen right here, when they hijacked our language, they call that y, I think va or vet or something like that in the Yiddish. So if you all if for the keyboard like this, it has like the English letters on top of it, it'd be like, but this is the y. That's the y that we're looking for. So it'll be ayah Shemai. Oh, I messed up too. This is supposed to be y'all. And you look, y'all didn't even see it. It's supposed to be an I right here. I missed the character right there. Where my eye at? The whole eye supposed to be in. There we go. Shemai, Sabah. How did I get in there too? All right, so Ayah, Shemai, Sabah, Wa. Ayah, Shemai, Sabah, Wa. That would be that's asking where is his radio? Where is his radio? All right, all right. Trying to see now. Did we go through all of them? Let's make sure we went through all of our. So y'all thought it was gonna be hard. That was easy. That's light work. That's easy. That's just making it. Yeah, that's giving Officer Mataza Akara more ammo for when he come in here. That makes it easy. All right. Now the only two that we didn't go over was com, which is your, in the male plural. So we asked her when we first asked about the young men, John Rand and Jerry Young, we said, where's their radio? So if we were saying if Akwaf Nizam was talking to them, it's like, no, that's your radio talking to both of them, that it would be Shema Tabakam. And that's saying it is your radio. And that's going to be in the male sense. It would be as your radio. If it was me or Officer Mataza Akara talking to the sisters, saying, no, that's y'all radio, talking to the sisters, and it's in the plural, we would say Shema Tabakan. Shema Tabakan. Saying that's your radio. It's talking, if we were talking to you, that's your radio, saying this is the sisters' radio. So that's your there, that's your, and these are your other possessive pronouns again that you would put at the end of a word to denotate who owns it or whatever, or the possession of it. So all right, so that's Tawab. That's Tawab. Now let's get a verb, and let's do a little future tense before we get out of here with the verb. So what's a good verb? What's a good verb that we haven't went over? My verb. We know what halak is. Halak is to go. I think we did love, a hop, love being a hop. Let's do. Well, actually, did we ever? I think we started with a call. We started with a call, but we didn't go too far with a call. Let's do a call. Who remembers what a call means? So let me stop this. I'm just going to type it in the Assyrian, and we're going to see who remembers what a call means. Who remembers what the word a call means? Type in the Assyrian, then I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to see if y'all remember who. If you remember what a call means, just write it in the English. What does a call mean? If you know if you remember what that means in the English, go ahead and put that up on your screen. Just type it in the chat if you remember what it means. A call. We don't have Trooper call in here tonight. I know he would know what it means. What does that word a call mean? Officer Mataza Quran. I think Officer Mataza be on that concordance real hard. He be working at concordance. Nah, Salakia. I know you know this stuff though. But you are absolutely correct. Yep, absolutely correct. To eat, to devour. Trooper Call's name is a call Sapar. Sapar. Well, where do we learn? Where do we know that word Sapar from? What does Sapar mean? Who knows what Sapar means? And the only reason I ask is because I know we've used it several times before in another word. So I just want to see if y'all remember. What does that word Sapar means? You know, it's Kim. Laugh out loud. They be on it, don't they? They be on it. So what does that word Sapar mean? A call Sapar. What does that word? Because a call means to devour, to eat. And the call Sapar has a very strong name. And Sister Ryan said we in that advanced class. Now we just trying to get what we got to get to be. That's all. That's all. It ain't too advanced. It ain't too advanced. But who knows what that word is? Okay, all right. I see the knowledge. What else? What's the word? Where have we seen that word sapar at? Where have we seen sapar at? I'll give y'all a clue. Yep. On it. There you go. I see it coming in. Knowledge, scripture, scroll. And this is where we've seen it at before. Bayav Sapar. What's that? Who remembers what Bayav Sapar is? Even when we were going over the characters, that word Ba stands for Bayaf. Right, correct? Bayaf, or tent, or house. House of knowledge, house of books, house of scrolls. That's the school. So when we say Bayav Sapar is just another word for school. So that's what we've seen that word Sapar before at. So a call Sapar, devourer of scrolls. So that is Tawab. That is Tawab. But y'all teaching me tonight. That's awesome. All right. So again, Bayav Sapar is how you say school. Yep. I told you, Sister Rod. I told you I've seen it before. Yep. Told you I've seen it before. It's amazing the stuff, you know what I'm saying, to be up there that we know. And you know, it's up there the whole time. But again, without us using it all the time, it just doesn't pop out to the front like that. But it's up there. It's up there. All right. So if I share my screen, this is a call. This is a call in the Assyrian. This is a call. All right. So if I was to say, I'm eating. If I was to say, I'm eating, who can write in the English? How would I write that in the English? I'm eating in the present tense. Sister Ryan said the math don't always be math when we focus on the question. But tell me about it. Tell me about it. But no, y'all are doing great though. Y'all doing great. Yep, y'all are doing awesome though. So a call it stands for eat or devour, right? So how would we say first? How would we say I or I am? Who remembers how we would say I or I am? So let's stop this one. What I'll do is I'll bring it up on this one. I think it may work on this one. Let's see. Some of the characters I don't like on this one, but I think for I am, I think it should be all right. For I am, it should be. Yeah, I think y'all can tell what that is. This is I am. Who can write in the English what the word I am for I or I am? What's I or I am in the Hebrew? What's I or I am in the Hebrew? Sister Anna got an answer. Sister Anna says Anya. And she is absolutely correct. Anya. So if we were writing, I am eating, present tense. If we were writing I am eating, present tense, what will we do? And I'm going back and forth in between both of them a little bit on purpose. Because that the ancient is a little bit easier for it to stick out because it's just different. It's different. It's original. This is where they get everything else from. And I think it comes a little bit more natural to us. That Assyrian, though, that's the one. That's the one where it takes a little deciphering too. So, and this is going to be actually the one that you see the most, though, unfortunately. If you're trying to look for anything in the Hebrew or whatever, you'll see more of the Assyrian or the modern script than the ancient script. So, okay, well, now wow, let me type in there now. All right, so if I was to type, let me see, Anya. All right, I see how if I type it on the keyboard, it'll let me type it there, but I don't think hey, you didn't tell me I could do that, Officer Matazak, right? Look, I almost feel like an expert typing that in real quick. It messed my L up though. Oh, it messed up my stuff. Hold on. Oh. Messed my call up. Yeah, this app right here is getting on my nerve now. Started off good. Now I gotta write a call again, but it's all good. It's good practice. So let's do Anya again. Yeah. I think I figured it out. Sometimes I say I got some flexibility. I still don't like know if and look exactly though, but look, I just figured that out. It's kind of almost like you got to type in phonetics. I think I just figured out a little bit. You almost got to kind of type it phonetically instead of what it actually is though. So all right, so now we got Anya a call. Now how will we? Right now this is not correct though because this is in the present tense. Matter of fact, this would be, if I'm not mistaken, the past tense. But how would we say I am eating? Present tense. It's something we need to do to that a call right there. Who knows? Who knows what we need to do to that a call? Something we need to do to that a call when something is present tense. When something is present tense, is something that we need to do to it. So right now, that's more like I ate. We want to say that I am eating. I am eating. How would I write that? I am eating. What would I do to that a call? It's something I need to add to it. Who knows what I need to add to that a call? Now I give you a little clue. I give you a clue where it goes. It goes right in between the first and second syllable of that word. So it's something that we need to add to it. What do we need to add to that a call to make it I am eating? Sister Na said, is it a Y? Sister Na, give her a hand. You are absolutely correct. It is a Y. It will be Anya, our call. And so right in between that I and that Ka, we would add, where is it at? I wonder if I can just type it. Hold, let's see. Let's see if it'll do it that way. Nope. Oh, that's right, because Y is maybe it's this one there. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, so that's the trick, Officer Matazak Karai. You got to type it phonetically. And so for in the Assyrian, for them, that Y is vet. So when I hit V, then it put in the Y in it like it was supposed to. So you are absolutely correct, Sister Na. That's how we will write. I am eating. Anya, I will call. Anya, I will call. How will we write I ate? How will we write I ate? I mean, I'm sorry. I will be eating. Yeah. How will we write I will be eating in the future? How will we change just the future tense? Who knows? Who knows how we would change that to future tense? Who knows how we would change that to future tense? Play around with this keyboard. I'm gonna learn how to type on it though, because that's actually pretty neat once you get it working like it's supposed to. Who knows what would we do? What would we do to a call to make it future tense? I will be eating. If we added y in here to make it present tense, without that it's past tense. What would we do to make it future tense? How would we make this I will be eating? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What we add to it, or what we let's take it back to. I ain't gonna do that. All right, so now it's back to a call again. What we do to that a call to make it I will be eating. Future tense. Who knows? Actually, it might let me type with that. Let's see. Now, for time's sake, I'm gonna throw it up in there. I'm gonna type it in English first. We would add that thigh. Let's see if I type in that. Hey, look, I'm figuring it out, Officer Mataz Akram. I'm figuring it out. Nope. So it's not da Akwaf Nizama na. It's actually that thigh. You would add that thigh in the beginning of the word to change it to future tense. So this would be I will be eating. I will be eating. So you will put that thigh on it, and that's gonna make it future tense. All right. So last thing before we get out of here tonight, y'all did a great job as usual. As usual, is one more thing I wanted to go over tonight. Everybody knows their tribe. I think last time we checked, everybody in here was Judah. Everybody in here was Judah. It's something. Whenever you see us go up, the brothers go up, especially if it's Passover and so forth. We always have to present ourselves, present our pedigree. So for the brothers and for the sisters, I want you to type in. First off, if you know how to present your pedigree, type in a 1. If not, I'm gonna type in mine, and then we're gonna have y'all type in yours. So who knows how to type in that pen? I don't think we've done it before, so maybe I'll just type in mine first. So if I was typing, or if I was going to present myself and state my pedigree meaning my lineage, where we from, who we is, who you is, who you know how we talk, who you. Officer Mataza Karasa, he gave me a 1, of course, because he was doing it before I was doing it. So he of course he knows. Okay, Sister Nazama Nas says she in the building, she knows well. Well, sure, if that's the case, then if you know how to do it, I want everybody to type in their pedigree. Then if you know your pedigree, go ahead and state your registry. If you know your registry, state your registry. Sister Raya said 1-ish. Yeah, all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't see my rib chiming in. Where you at? And I don't think she's done it before, but this is how you will learn how to state your registry, though. So I'm going to do mine, and y'all type yours in if you know how to do it, and then we're going to go from there. All right, so Officer Mataza Akara put Mataza Akara, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yashrala. I would put, hey, why you didn't go? There we go. I would type, or I would state mine as Yagadar, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yashrala. Now, it's a little different for the sisters, but it's not that much different for the sisters. So how would you do it? The sisters is in here. How would y'all state your registry? Ain't nobody gonna try. And who? Nah, don't just watch. She said, I'm just watching class. Nah, you can't just watch. You got to participate. That's how you learn. That's how, especially with this Hebrew. This Hebrew, you gotta get your hands a little dirty with this Hebrew. This Hebrew is definitely a hands-on class. Because without it, it doesn't stick like that. But that's okay though, because we in here to learn. So what that says is Yagadah, son of Judah, son of Israel. Also, Matazah Korah says Matazah Korah, son of Judah, son of Israel. Yahweh, meaning Judah, which is a tribe that we're from. Yasharallah, meaning Israel. All right. Sister Nizamana said Nizamana, Banaf, Yahweh, Ban Yasharallah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Officer Matazah Korah. I think that's about 99%, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say, I thought it was Bath. I thought daughter was Bath. But I could be. Yeah, I'll see. Okay, because I thought it was Bath, like the way that Sister Raya has it. Raya, Bath, Yahweh. Now she missing that dial right there, but that's okay. Bath, Yasharala, and I know that autocorrect be fighting against her. I'm gonna double check on it. Let me check it right now, matter of fact, because I thought. Okay, and also okay, so it would be Bath. It would be. Would it be Bath or Ba? Because I thought it would be. Oh, it is Ban. Because yeah, I thought it was Bath for the sisters. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Because I thought it was Bath for daughter. But Sister Nazama not could be absolutely correct. Look, I'm trying to do expert, and I'm gave myself some homework, and let's look at what you call it real quick. Though. Let's check this coordinates real quick though. Let's see. So I'm gonna go to the coordinates. Okay, bet. Okay, so I was correct. All right, that's all right. So all right, so okay, so it is Bath. It is Bath for the sisters. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is how you would state your registry then. So again, it would be daughter of Judah, daughter of Israel. And for the brothers, it'd be son of Judah, son of Israel, and that's dependent upon what tribe you on. We are the children of Israel. And so that's where we state our registry, we state the tribe that we come from, then we state the nation that we're part of as well. So that's excellent. That's excellent. So now for my rib, haven't got your name yet, but you would say, if I'm not mistaken, Ribba Yagadar, and you Judah as well. It will look like that. So again, this is just how you state your registry, our lineage, our heritage, our registry, where we came from. That was super, super important with us. Another way how you know that these religions are off, that allow anybody and everybody to come through the door. That was never our culture. So y'all did an awesome job tonight. Hopefully, again, we all left learning a little bit something. Try to make sure we left a little something tonight. We started a little bit late tonight, and Salakia to everybody for that. Other than that, if we don't have any questions, and what them young men at? Now, I ain't see y'all type in y'all registry. I ain't see the young men type in their registry, but they may be working on something. They may work something. Again, it's good to see to see everybody in class tonight. Thank y'all for sticking around. And if we don't have any questions, or Yonderbar, sis, Yonderbar. Oh, no doubt. A yonder bar, sis, a yonder bar. And again, it just takes practice. The Hebrew definitely takes a little bit of practice. Like I was telling my rib, it's definitely hands-on. When in your spare time, check it out and work on it a little bit. When we get to where we going, best believe in the kingdom, we won't be speaking the slave tongue no more. Sister Nazama and I said they look confused, but I already know because the sisterhood in this class is awesome. The sisterhood in this trap is very strong. It's very strong. Yonder by Officer Mataza Kara, and no doubt Yonder by Akwaf Nazamana. And they're always good to see y'all. We had a lot of videos come out this week. So make sure y'all check those out. Everybody be safe. Like I said, I think it's a winter storm getting ready to hit this East Coast. So depending on where you at, make sure y'all are safe. Y'all are paying attention to the weather and everything that's going on. And if we don't have any questions, we're going to go ahead and get our announcements and get y'all up out of here. All right, so let me find them real quick. But now it definitely takes practice. The Hebrew is it can be a challenge. It can definitely be a challenge. It's like it's one of those things you gotta want to be able. You gotta want to learn it. If you don't want to learn it, you won't learn it. You gotta definitely want to learn it. It's gonna make you work at it because again, we've been taught the slave tongue for so long. But I remember the first time seeing like the ancient and going over it it's like a light bulb went off. This is why we shorten stuff up and talk Ebonics now, because we've always talked like that. This is why English, you can tell it ain't our native tongue. You can tell English isn't our native tongue. Now I can never tell with our northern tribe, our Hispanic brothers and sisters, because I don't speak Spanish like that. But I could definitely tell that something was missing when it came to the English. So it was good. It was refreshing to learn that we had our own. And that's kind of why I get my motivation to try to learn it as best as possible. All right. So with that being said, we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group, any other fake Israelite group, because all of them fake. If they not UPK, they are in the way. We're not affiliated with any Christian organization. Rule for new brother and sister. If a new brother and sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to talk, to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which that brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment found in Numbers, chapter 18, verses 21, also found in Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. You want to give it to the Treasury Department or the teacher. We also have a priest fund. Priest fund is a free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory, and that's going to be in whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Next one coming up. And actually, it's December 9th. We got one coming up next week. December 7th. December 7th, I think that's Friday, eh? No, that's Thursday. Okay, so Thursday, December 7th, is we're going to start or begin the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. Starting this Thursday, December 7th. You can find that in 1 Maccabees chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. It's probably going to be what we're going to be teaching on this week. All right, so we got the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah. I'm not sure if we're doing something at the school or not, but I'm pretty sure we'll let everybody know prior to. You'll get with the camp leader, Captain Natazan Shah, or get with Officer Yarash Ahmad, or either me or Officer Mataza Akara. Let y'all know when we get back in class to let you know if we're going to be holding something at the school. I don't want to say we are if we're not. I know normally when we have our feast days, we do, but we'll definitely find out before we get back in here. Next one after that is going to be the Purim, which will be February 22nd through February 23rd. You can find that in the book of Esther. And then everybody knows in April 17th through the 22nd, we're going to have the Passover, the Lord's 55th annual Passover by the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. $200 fee, 18 and younger are free. That $200 is going to cover everything. It's going to cover everything. It's going to be a week just like before, whole week, events going on, different things. I think they have another black party they're scheduling. We had a great time in Raleigh last year, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Durham this year. It's going to be just as, if not better. We just had a event up in Texas, and from looking at the videos and pictures and everything on Facebook, I swear I wish I could have been there. I would not miss the next one. That's for damn sure. So you definitely don't want to miss the Passover. And yeah, go ahead and get your Passover fee paid up, get them garments ready to go, and we're gonna have a ball there. I think we're gonna have the whole hotel to ourselves. You can't beat that. And yeah, it's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, want to make sure that when you're in class, you're in all black boots, headbands, war scarf, all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. For the sisters in class, you want to make sure that your head is covered. And other than that, I think that's it. So again, the water for everybody joining us tonight. Courtesy salute to the brothers. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah. Courtesy salute to the sisters. Yahweh Shema Alathan, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Y'all have an awesome night. Y'all be safe this weekend. We're going to see y'all shortly. We'll see you in a couple of days. Shalom.